Here at the Battle of Evesham Festival, it's been another fantastic weekend. This year we've managed to attract 735 reenactors from all over Europe. That's a record size for any 13th century battle reenactment. It's very humbling since it's all organised and run entirely by volunteers for the community. It's all free entry to make sure that it's a perfect educational environment about the history of what happened here in Evesham in 1265. The whole weekend of the Battle of Evesham Festival starts with a grand procession through the streets of Evesham. All 700 plus reenactors, the knights on horseback and dignitaries from around the West Midlands gather in the centre of Evesham and process through the town to the cheers and hurrahs of the thousands of public who come along to wave their little flags and support their king or support their rebel baron, whoever's side they think they should be on. This then leads to a commemoration service around the grave of Simon de Montfort. He's not actually buried there because King Henry decided that he didn't want Simon de Montfort to become a saint, so exhumed his body, which was buried at the foot of the altar in the massive Evesham Abbey. He exhumed it and had it buried in secret. So somewhere, maybe under where we're stood now, is a body of Simon de Montfort. The Abbey played a massive part in the battle. The initial skirmish happened on Green Hill, but the Baron's army was pushed back into the town. They all went into the Abbey to seek sanctuary, but no sanctuary was given. Lord Edward, the young prince, decided to kill all of the Baron leaders. He killed all of them, and it was the greatest shift in land ownership since 1066. Such an important, pivotal role in the history of England. And that's what we want to commemorate with the grand parade, the procession and the rest of this fabulous festival. This is one of the most important battles in political history that happened in the streets of Evesham. Simon de Montfort, who most people know through the university being named after him, was asked by the rebel barons to rise up against the king. Simon de Montfort came over from France to lead the Baron's army. He was the Earl of Leicester through marriage. He captured the king at Lewes in 1264 and took him a prisoner around the country for a year. And they ended up here at Evesham on August the 4th, 1265 for breakfast and prayers at the massive Evesham Abbey, which at the time was the third largest in England and the fifth richest diocese. However, Prince Edward raised an army of 10,000 royal troops and brought them down and cut off the loop of the River Avon and trapped Simon de Montfort and his men. A massacre ensued, and that massacre meant that Simon de Montfort lost his life and lost his head and several other bits. It's a fantastic event, and we want this to continue to be the centre of medieval England here in the heart of England. This event could not take place without our wonderful volunteers. We've got over 30 dedicated volunteers who spend a lot of the year preparing for this weekend. We could do with more, so if you're interested, please get in touch. We could also do with people to help us with the financial side, so if there's any businesses out there who want to get their name associated, please get in touch. I also want to thank the reenactors who dedicate their time. This is their hobby. They come over from all over Europe. Most of all though, I really want to thank the visitors who come. We estimate we've probably had 40,000 people through the gates. Obviously it's a free event, the sun's shining, so that does help, but without you people coming along, it simply wouldn't thrive and survive. Next year, it's August the 2nd and 3rd, 2025. We need this to be another iconic weekend. So please come along, and thank you ever so much if you came along to the Battle of Evesham 2024.